Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. And today's mission, yet again another mission. Oh, wherever I put my torch. Right, organised again. Bulkhead outrigger. This one is toast. It's it's well dead. There's not much of it left, to be honest with you. It's absolutely full of shite inside there. It's gone. First class camera work as always. It's gone under there. So we get a big hole. All this shite on floors from out there. So there's no repairing that. So that's got to go. But while I'm on about repairing things, somebody commented on the last video doing the rear cross member. So did the customer ask for a budget repair? And well, no, but if you could have repaired this, then you're a better man than I am. It is totally and utterly shagged. It's been repaired more times. The holes in it, the amount of holes in it is unbelievable. So that was totally and utterly beyond repair. The only other option really was to replace the chassis completely. But as the only real problems on this chassis is that dumb iron, which is getting replaced. That one just wants a repair on the top of it. And the outrigger that I'm going to be doing today, or today stroke tomorrow. So to me, the rest of the chassis is totally solid. It don't warrant a new chassis. So today is replace this. I'll try and get some proper lights on so I can see a bit better in a minute. So it's a simple enough job really. Obviously took the floor out. I've took the wing off. You don't have to take the wing off, but I needed it off to do that dumb iron anyway, so we may as well cut it off, get it out of the way. It's easier to film then as well. So the nut, I've undone the nut and started drifting them out. They always seize in. It's coming out relatively easy. But I'm hoping that with this this brace here and everything, that the bulkhead won't actually move far when I take that bolt out. This is welded to it, and it's welded at the back there as well, so I'm hoping it'll all stay relatively in position. The new outrigger from Bearmac is there. Replacing it is far better than trying to repair it. It's only gonna rot through again in a couple of years. Put that on, job done. No worries. Right, so I'll get set up and we'll crack on. So what I've got is an old screwdriver that I've cut the end off so it's flat, and that end's sort of hitting the metal, not the plastic. And I'm just going to knock this through. Be prepared to, I'm not sure if that's going to come through enough. No, it's hit the step. I've got a step there, and it's where it's bolted on, it's hit that, so I have to take the step off as well. But be prepared to have to replace the bolts. They quite often seize in, and then you end up mushrooming the end of it. So yeah, you can't get a nut on it. So right, I'll quickly unbolt that step and crack on. Easy peasy, and it didn't move anywhere. So what? Get off there. Sorry, talks to your camera. See, that still lines up perfect through there. That's fine. Now I've got to knock it back out the other way. Yeah, so that's the bulkhead's not moving anywhere, which is all good, but it's got all this holding it up. It's got that holding it, it's got the windscreen holding it, so yeah, we're all golden at that. So, next thing, I need to cut this support bracket off there. I'm just going to cut it straight across and then cut this off all the way around here. Chances are usually in at the back of there, the chassis is usually quite rotten because it builds up with crap inside it, mud and stuff like that, and it just builds up against there and rots it out. That's why they rot out in the bottom there. You see all the crap falling out of it. If I can actually feel it in my thumb, it feels pretty solid in there. But you can see it's gone all the way up here as well. So grinder out, cut it down there, across there, down there, across the bottom. Cut that off first, and yeah, jobs are good. Right, not very much holding it on. Well, all that was inside it. Not much left of that. See where it's been patched up plenty of times before. Yeah, sorry about that, phone ringing. Yeah, it's got to ground this back flush now. Cut this dodgy bit out there. They always go behind there. It's not as bad as sometimes they go all the way around and you just end up with a big hole there. So cut this out, repair this, and then slot the new one on. Right, so get on with the template, we'll patch this up. CAD template, cardboard aided design. Don't need none of this fancy computer stuff. Actually, that wants to be just that bit. I'll do that now. Let's flush up against that. Look. Sorry, talking to myself, as always. You could just plate it inside. Because this isn't never going to be seen when the outriggers, you could just put it inside and seam weld around it, and then the new outrigger just sits over the top of that anyway, so you're never going to see it. It doesn't have to be perfectly flush or anything, it just has to be solid and secure. So yeah, I might just do that actually. Right, I'll get that cut. Right. Like I said, I'm not worrying about this being flush fitting. It's never going to be seen. It just needs to be structurally sound. In some ways, it's a bit better like this because once I've welded it in, I mean, you'll see once I put the cross member in, it covers it all anyway. I don't have to grind the welds back, so it can. In some ways it'll be a bit of a stronger weld. Yeah, clamp back on, you'll stay there. Sorry, I know you can't see what I'm fiddling about with, but yeah, clamp just fell off. That will hopefully do it. Right, so it's just oh, earth clamp it way again. And that is gonna basically weld up something like that. So what I'm going to do now is put the bolt through there and just so it's got something to hold it this end, clean the welds up, clean where it's going to be welded first, clean the paint off, and yeah, sorry, shoddy camera work again. We're on to a so I get this bolt through. So that'll, so you know that's in the right place. Just literally put the nut on there just to stop it coming back out. Ow, I've just sat on a hammer, that's not good. So I coat a well-through primer on there, and as you can see, you're not going to see that repair behind there, so you don't need to go mental on it, getting it absolutely perfect. And nobody's going to see it. Right, we'll get you clipped up somewhere. It steps, it doesn't sit flush with the top of the chassis. It steps down just that little bit. So what I'll do, get a clamp on there to clamp that up, tighten this bolt up at that end, down under there. Sorry, shoddy camera work again. Tighten that bolt up, get a clamp on there, and we're good to weld. That's that weld through primer, it's shit. Alfred's weld through primer. Might clean that off down there where I'm going to be welding, and then have a go. You can't weld like that, that's shocking bad. Just clean where I'm going to be welding. Oh, put the bloody welding on down again, haven't I? It's right over there. Alright, I'll put it on the wing of the Land Rover. Right, let's see if this is any better. couldn't clean that top bit off, did I? Take that off. Just remember you've got wiring loom going through there. Luckily on this, there's my torch, the wiring loom's sort of floating in mid-air, so there's minimal risk of doing any damage. It's not the tidiest welding I've ever done. I don't rate that primer, I can tell you that. Halford's, it's this stuff. Don't rate that at all. So I'll clean it off all the way along here, weld across there, down the other side, and we're done. Right guys, there we have it. I'm absolutely filthy, again as always. Laying about underneath, you get all the shite in your face, there's no way around it. Let's turn this torch on. Put fresh batteries in there. Again, etch primer on not under seal, primer, good coat of seam seal around it just to plug any little holes or like that, any weld holes, and a coat of stone chip, and then the whole thing's going to get under sealed. I've still got this brace to do here, but I've got no angle with me, so I'll get a piece of that tomorrow and weld that in, and that's this bit done. Welded it, if I can get down, straight across the bottom, all the way around, and this should be, if I can do it one-handed, there you go, 480mm. So the bulkhead's not moved anywhere. It's virtually impossible for it to go backwards and forwards because of the way it's all bolted up. So there you go. Next job on the list is that dumb iron. You can see it's got plates there, the end cap's been replaced, plate on the top, another plate there underneath that one, plates around the side, and you can see where they've just gone over the old rot. So I was going to repair that, but by the state of it I'm just going to replace it. There's not going to be a lot left to repair, and I don't want to be encasing any rot in there whatsoever. It's easy to get rid, start again. That one just needs a repair on the side and the top, so that's not the end of the world. And then she's solid again. Good to go. This isn't, let me spin you around. Right, this was never going to be a full restoration. If it was, then the repairs would have been seamless. You wouldn't have been able to tell they've been done. This is just basically, it's a good surviving Land Rover. This it is pretty, apart from the 200 TDI engine that's in it. It is all pretty original. The bulkhead, I don't believe has ever been welded. The front panel's all good. The wings and everything, it's all good. So I want to try and preserve it as much as I can, and just do it so when it goes up for sale, somebody can get a good, usable, fairly priced Land Rover. I don't want it to be, I don't want to build another pristine Land Rover that's, it needs to be used, you know what I mean, it needs to be used. I might even run it myself a bit before it goes up for sale. But yeah, there you go. I need to go and have a nice hot shower now. Laid underneath, man. There's nothing worse than laying upside down welding across that bottom joint there, and you can't really appreciate what I'm on about until you've had a blob of weld land in your ear. Yeah, it's not much worse than that. That stings. Yeah, you just get covered in crap. In fact, what I'll do before you go, here's my torch. All that under there, it all came out of that dumb iron. Plus that. Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. The rest of the chassis is solid though. Bear in mind as well when you're doing this job, you've got a fuel tank there, so be wary of that. Even the gearbox crossmember's good. It's all good. Right. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that jazz. And I'll see you in the next video. Oh, quick note. John Dingle asked me about the one-on-one forward control, the old fire truck. I will be doing a walk-around video with that soon, so hopefully in the next week or so we'll go and have a look at that. Right. Speak to you all soon, guys. Bye-bye.